What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the 4 for 4 Philly Fan Podcast. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. The Sixers have won 21 of 25. The Flyers, but the Phillies, they're coming back to spring training very, very soon. The Union are in preseason right now, and the city of Philadelphia is on fire right now with the sports teams. We have been doing very well for the last couple of months. When you got the Phillies making the World Series, you got the Eagles now in the Super Bowl. The Sixers doing very well. The Union making the championship last year. Everything has just been really, really good sports-wise in the city of Philadelphia. And I know I haven't been around that much to talk about it, especially this last week. I was doing a lot of stuff. I have work. Um, I'm also redoing the studio upstairs so I can bring you guys more videos, you know, daily and doing better at that because I know that once on this channel, I was uploading every single day. That was, during, you know, quarantine and the pandemic and doing all of that stuff. So it was a lot easier. I didn't have work. I didn't have, sporting events to go to. Um, I just wanted to kind of come on here, obviously talk about the Birds and them going to the Super Bowl. But I wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I do plan on doing YouTube. Not full time, obviously, because, I do work. I have, a life outside of Philly sports. But I kind of wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I have a full intention on being back to YouTube 100%. I know that I've been, coming back every now and then and, you know, doing this and doing that and then uploading for a little bit and then stopping. But I plan on doing it a lot more. And I wanted to get the studio set up. I wanted to get back on the computer because currently you know, I do videos off my phone. So I wanted to get back to the computer. I wanted to make a studio, make, some backgrounds. And, I'm really just trying to, bring out Philly sports, bring out my side of Philadelphia sports. And I hope that you guys, will understand. And, you know, besides all that, let's just get into talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. We play in the Super Bowl in almost a week. I'm excited. I know you guys are all excited. And, we dominated. We dominated the Niners. We dominated the Giants. And now we get to play Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and the Kelsey Bowl. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to, I hope we win this one. Obviously, the Union and the Phillies, we didn't end up winning the championship. But this team, this Eagles team is a lot different. They're just so good. When you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith as your wide receivers, you have Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, who's been so good in the postseason. You got Jalen Hurts, who, obviously could have been the MVP of football. We don't know if he's not going to be 100% or not, but it looks like that Patrick Mahomes is probably going to take that one. But look, Mahomes, you can have that MVP for the regular season. I want my quarterback to be the MVP of the Super Bowl and bring home a trophy to Philadelphia. That's what I want. But, you know, it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a tough, tough game. You're playing if not, no, you're playing one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in the Super Bowl in Patrick Mahomes. You're obviously playing Andy Reid, who is a great, great head coach, Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, I'm sure, Andy Reid. He's won with the Chiefs already. And, obviously they don't have Tyreek Hill, but their defense is the second in sacks all season long. I know that our offensive line is insane. Landon Dickerson's going to be playing. You got Aaron Sipos, coming back because obviously Brett Kern was not it during the Niners game. That guy, not a great punter. But you get Sipos back. You have Landon Dickerson who's going to play. Kelsey, Lane, Sayamalu, Mailata. Our offensive line is just so, so good. And I expect them to be great just like they've been all season. I really do. You got Chris Jones. You got those guys on that D-line in Kansas City. But, we just beat the best defense in football 31-7. We beat them by 24 points. And I was partying on Broad Street later that night. It's going to be tough. We know that. Mahomes is a generational type talent. Kelsey is such a good tight end. It's going to be very, very hard. But I'm hype. I'm excited. And I think that the Eagles will win this football game. I'm not going to give you, a score prediction. We got time for that. But, I'm excited, obviously. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. But, I just wanted to come on here, give you my thoughts, give you my opinions. And I do think the Eagles win this game. I do. Personally, I do. Not just because I'm an Eagles fan, but I think that the Eagles are just a better football team. And I don't want to hear, oh, they haven't played anybody. Oh, Brock Purdy went out. Oh, this, oh, that. I don't care because the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. And let's be honest, if we aren't that good, why hasn't anybody beaten us? Why can't people beat us? If we are not that good, if we are frauds, then why are we beating everybody? Easily. We beat the Giants easily. We beat the Niners easily. So, if you think about it, people are just hating at this point. They're not given the credit where it's deserved. And it goes both ways, even with the Chiefs. You got half the AFC and half the NFC fans talking about, oh, the Eagles don't play anybody good. That's the NFC side. And then you got the AFC side saying, oh, the Chiefs got in because of the refs. So, if you are a Chiefs fan, if you are an Eagles fan, block all that out. Because we have a game next week and nobody else does. And it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a battle. Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts, the top two MVPs. You got Andy Reid versus, the city that gave him a chance as the Eagles. You got Sirianni versus the Chiefs, who fired him as soon as Andy Reid got there. You got, you just got two very good franchises of the last, 5 years, obviously. Both have a Super Bowl in the last 5 years. Obviously, the Chiefs have been back there before the Eagles have, but guess what? The Eagles are right back. They weren't there, a couple years ago like the Chiefs were, but we're back. And, it's going to be a good game, and I'm excited for it, obviously. I know I keep saying that, but it's going to be just – I can't believe that the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, personally. Everybody last year saying, oh, Jalen Hurts isn't the guy, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. Because guess what? Jalen Hurts is in a Super Bowl before Daniel Jones, before Dak Prescott, before all these fan bases, quarterbacks get there. So I don't really want to hear anything because Jalen Hurts, you might want to call him, people will say, oh, well, he has such a good team. I don't care about that because you can't put a Brock Purdy in this situation and win a football game because the first time that Brock Purdy got hit, he was out. Daniel Jones is not as good as Jalen Hurts. I don't care what Chris Sims says or what other people say. I don't care about that. Dak Prescott, who has had talent around him all his career, has not even been to a NFC Championship game, let alone a Super Bowl. So, before we get into all of, oh, Jalen Hurts, oh, he's such a system quarterback. Well, if the system keeps winning those Super Bowls, I don't care. Because I'm not one to say, oh, Jalen Hurts is the reason why. Obviously, you got the best O-line of football. You have an amazing defense. You have great wide receivers. But you still have to get them the ball. You need a leader. And that leader is Jalen Hurts. So he might not be as great as Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow, but he is a leader. And he gets his team and he wins. He's been to the playoffs twice in the last 2 years, both times when he fully started, and there's not much else to say. Hassan Reddick is a beast. He is a beast on the defensive side. You bring him in. You bring A.J. Brown in. You bring James Bradbury in, All-Pro. You bring C.J. Gardner-Johnson in, who I expect to be with the Eagles for a long time. It's just, it doesn't take one person to win a football game. It doesn't. It's not basketball where you can have LeBron out there and win 40 games just by having LeBron out there. You need a team. Football is a team sport. You can't dominate a football game like you can a basketball game. because Justin Jefferson, as we all saw, didn't even beat the Giants. And you know why? Because it's a team game. And the Giants defense got outplayed by the Vikings defense got outplayed by the Giants offense, and they lost. So it doesn't matter if Justin Jefferson catches 150 yards and a touchdown, because guess what? He could still lose the game. It doesn't, like, LeBron James can put up 30, 10, and 8, and most likely probably end up winning that game. But I just wanted to get my thoughts and opinions out there. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. We play next Sunday, obviously. Football, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm excited for it. I know all of Eagles Nation is. So let's go get this Super Bowl win. And let's go Birds, baby. I'm out. Peace.